A very good morning, all of you. Our session of Financial Management 1. In the previous session, we have seen about the short term loan financing. When the organization is going to raise finance for a single year, for a single financial year, that will be known as short term loan financing. Generally, organization is going to raise short-term funds to satisfy their need for working capital. But as far as the long-term loans are concerned, generally organization is going to raise long-term loan to satisfy their long-term financial requirement. Means they want to expand, they want to modernize their organization, they want to introduce the new product line, or they want to make any renovation or innovative ideas in the organization. Normally, when the time period for the finance is long but natural, the amount involved in that is also very huge. So it is very difficult to satisfy the long-term loan with the internal source of finance. No organization is able to satisfy their long-term financial need with the available capital in the organization. For the long-term need, organization need to raise their capital from outside. So in today's session, we are going to discuss long-term loan, or the another name is term loans. The term loan includes medium term and long term loans. The loan for the period ranging from 1 to 5 years, that will be known as medium terms, and the loan that is from 5 to 10 years, they are known as the long term loans. Then after the next point, that is characteristic, the basic characteristic of long term loans. The first characteristic is about objectives. The main purpose for the long term loan. As we already discussed in the introduction part, again I am going to repeat myself that organization is going to raise the long term loan or term loan for the development purpose, for the repairing purpose of the huge or heavy machineries, for the growth and modernize purpose. Generally, the requirement is for to satisfy the need of long-term capital. The main objective of long-term loan, it is the time of maturity of bonds, or we can say that the maturity period of any resources. When the maturity time is high or very long, the organization is able to use the particular financial resources for the long period of time. Then after second, that is security. as compared to short term loans. The long term loan is highly secured because the financial institute which provide these kind of long term loans, they are taking some securities on the mortgage, and when the securities are on mortgage, there are less chance of fraud and malpractices. So the main reason or the key objective of term loan is security from the viewpoint of financial institutions who provide loans to the organization. Third point, that is time period. The normal range of term loan is from 1 to 15 years, but generally it is found that the ideal period of long term loan is 8 to 15 years. The amount of loan and the maturity period is decided on the basis of capacity of the project, that how much amount is involved in term loan and for how many years the organization wishes to use this fund. And again, bank or financial institutions are going to analyze the credit worthiness of the organization, and through credit worthiness the time period is to be decided. Then after, formal agreement. There is a formal agreement, a legal agreement between the two parties. The one who is in the need of finance and the second who provide the finance. Means the organization who is in the need of finance and the bank or any financial institutions who provide that needed finance to the organization. Formal agreement is prepared by the bank or financial institutions, keeping in view the agreement elements, time period of loan and conditions of the loan. Plus, they are going to mention the rate of interest that is to be charged by the financial institutions. And if the organization is keeping some movable property on mortgage, so at that time the description of that property should be there in this formal agreement. The firm taking loan and the sanctioning organization reach an agreement after the negotiation between the two parties. By making clear about the limit of interest and the system of appointing director for the particular project. If the organization is taking loan for the particular project, so at that time, in agreement, both the party are going to discuss that how they are going to appoint the director for that special project. So, formal agreement must be there in the term loan because the time period is very long and the amount involved in term loan is again very huge. So, any legal agreement must be there. Then after fifth point, that is participation basis. Yes, sometimes it is possible that if the amount of loan is very large, then more than one organization is going to provide loans to the end user, and they are going to sanction the loan on the basis of the participation. When one or more banks or one or more financial institutions comes together and arrange a very large amount to the end user, so that situation will be known as loan on the basis of participation. So again at that time, each and every bank needs to clear about the risk which they are holding in that particular loan, and that risk is totally based upon the amount which is provided by the particular organization. Then after next point, sixth point, that is introduce financial discipline. Through term loan, any bank or any financial institutions are able to enhance or they are able to provide the financial disciplines to the borrower. Certain rules, certain regulations are mandatory for the borrower to adopt at the time of taking the loan. So, a financial forecasting is highly needed when the organization is going to provide loans to the borrower. Now, in the financial forecasting, the organization is going to assess the cash flow, the credit worthiness, the capacity of the organization that in the near future are they able to repay the interest amount and the capital amount in a proper manner. So, if any company, any organization passes through these financial disciplines, if any organization is able to clear each and every step which is adopted by any bank or any financial organization, then and then the loan is to be sanctioned to that particular party. Then after seventh point, that is refinance facility. Now in commercial bank, it is possible that bank again give the facility of refinance. Normally, the requirement of additional finance is in the need of industrial development. If the project is yet not completed, so at that time commercial bank again provide additional loan to the party. So that will be known as refinance facilities. Normally IDBI provides this kind of facilities, but this facility is very risky one, because yet bank do not receive the first main capital of the loan, and they are going to extend the amount of loan in a further. So the perception of risk is very high when the bank gives the facility of refinance. Then after 8th point, project oriented approach. Financial organization, instead of issuing long-term loans, have to approach a project oriented finance. When organization want to adopt a special project, then they are going to apply for the same. So at that time bank is there to provide loans for that particular project. Each and every project has their own advantages, their own limitations, their own risk element, and their own accessibility in the market. So a nitty-gritty analysis must be there by the organization when they are approaching for the same. When the financial organization are satisfied with the feasibility of the particular project, then they are going to sanction the loan for that particular project. So it is very difficult to get loan on the specific project oriented approach. The next one, that is spatial conditions. Now apart from the above discussion, there are still special cases in which we are going to apply the concept of term loan. The financial organization in its agreement with the borrowing firm places certain special conditions for maintaining safety for cost and in relation to the time period. So these special conditions are here that we are going to discuss it. First one, there should not be any other long-term loan with the organization. If the company has already another long term loans, then it is very difficult to get the second long term loan from the different organization or from the same organization. Then after, the ratio of borrowed money and owned money should not exceed from the specific limit. Organization is not going to borrow much. If they are going to borrow very high as compared to the equities, then slowly and gradually the credit worthiness of that particular organization will be down. And if the credit worthiness is not there of any organization, then it is very difficult to survive in this competitive era. The current ratio should be as per the expectation, and that is the expectation of any bank or any financial institutions. Organization is not allowed to make payment to sole selling agent of the selling commission till the installment of loan and interest are not paid. If the loan is unpaid, if the capital is unpaid, then the organization is not able or they are not allowed to sell the particular part of the business to any sole trader. Organization is not allowed to declare dividend till the specific time period and not to declare it exceeding the specific limit. So the time period is also fixed and the amount is also fixed. So organization need to take care when they are going to issue any kind of debentures, any kind of preference shares or dividend to their equity shareholders. It should be clarified that in specific situation the loan can be repaid before time if the organization is financially strong, if the capacity of the company is very high, then bank or any financial institute allow that particular organization, that is to repay loan before the maturity. A proper auditing of books of accounts must be there. So, when the bank or any financial institutions are going to check the credit worthiness, the financial capacity of the organization, at that time they are going to demand for different books of accounts for the verifications and for the valuation purpose. So at that time the organization need to cooperate in a proper manner. When the loan is to be taken on the basis of mortgage, so at that particular time. Here, bank and other financial institutions going to check the validation and valuations of that particular assets. If the valuation is not proper, then company does not get the benefit of loan on mortgage. If the physical existence of assets is not there, if the company gives the fake information about the assets, so at that time they are not in a position to get the loan. So these are the basic characteristic of long-term loans. Now the next point, that is sources of long-term loan. There are basically two sources through which the organization is going to raise their long-term loan. Under that, the first one, that is special financial organization, and second one, that is commercial bank. Yes, there are different financial organization available in India who provide a long-term financial assistance to the particular organization or to the particular industries. They are IFC, SFC, ICICI, SIDBI, SIDC, UTI, SBBI, IIBI, IDFC, and the last one, that is Exim Bank. In the next session, we are going to discuss in detail about each and every financial organization. So in the next session, I am going to discuss about each and every organization in a proper detail. The second source for the long-term financial loan, that is commercial banks. As we all know that there are two types of commercial bank in India. The first one, that is private commercial bank, and second one, that is nationalized commercial bank or nationalized bank. The management of private commercial bank is done by the private sector, while the management of nationalized bank is done by the public sector. In nationalized bank, it has government control over its management. Soon, primarily, the commercial bank are the firms or companies carried out business financing. They are taking very care for providing the long-term finance to any organization for the industrial purpose. As we all know that in the development of economy of any country, bank plays a vital role, a very important part, and it is really very important part in the society, because banks, they are the bridge between the savers and the investors. The economy life has become so much dependent on bank that it is very difficult to imagine economy without the banks. So banks are in the root of any country's economy. Through bank the company is able through bank the country is able to grow more. And if the management of banks are not good, then the downfall of economy is also one of the main reason of mismanagement of banks. So banks are the main financial source through which a company is able to raise their long-term loans. And another one is financial institutions. So now in the next session we are going to discuss about IFC, that is Industrial Finance Corporation. I think till now you all are clear about each and every point. Again, I am requesting all of you, that is to prepare a quick note of our subject and specially from unit wise. So at the time of examination you are able to get the complete knowledge about each and every point of each and every units. I hope you all are clear about it. So here I am ending my session. Thank you so much.